Good morning, dear students. I, Dr. Suruchi Upadhyay, Assistant Professor, Department of English, TAV PG College, Sivan, is going to take up a topic, poetry, of BA1 students, first semester. Your paper 1 is poetry. From your very childhood, or rather very primitive age of 3, you are studying poem or poetry. A very famous childhood rhyme is Papa Papa Black Ship, have you any wool? Yes sir, 3 bags full. And while reciting or learning this poem, the kids have smile and they have a delirium in their voice. They feel happy. Or in the same way, if you read a prose or a drama, you don't have so much of happiness as compared to while you read a poetry. So what is poetry? A poetry is a piece of literary work that brings a joy when one reads. You are reading it from class nursery till your class 12th if you opt for literature, and furthermore. But the seriousness of the subject matter keeps on changing. Now what is poetry? Poetry is something which evokes imagination. It can be written on a very vast subject. It has a different way of using a language. Like it reminds me of the Wordsworth poem, The Daffodils. When you read this poem, it gives you a visual pictorial image that daffodils are swinging and they are dancing in the air. When we read Matthew Arnold, The Dover Beach, the starting stanza says, the sea is calm tonight. This refers that what a peaceful atmosphere is. It is a full moon day. The sea lies far. So the poetry is written in verse. In the similar way, it uses the language in a particular rhythmical pattern. It has a rhyme and rhythm. Rhyme means a repeated pattern of syllable which comes off again and again, and rhythm is certain flow of language. Now, when we talk of poetry, it consists of 3 things in a very simple term: poem, poetry, and poet. A poem is a literary piece of writing. A poetry is a literary work in the forms of poem, and poet is the one who writes poetry. When a person or a poet writes a poetry, it is being asserted that a poet has got a gifted sense of imagination to sew the words in a beautiful language. The oldest epic poem in the English literature is Epic of Gilgamesh. Now, the poetry is something which is very primitive when we read either Hindi literature or English literature or any of the literatures. The poetry is written in the form of ballads. It is in British literature, it is sung primarily and recited in the courts to entertain the audience. As when we read the drama was also in the very primitive form. It is from the episodes of Bible like miracle and morality plays to develop a sense of a moral ethics in the audience. So literature always, whether it is a poetry or a prose or a drama, it aims to amuse and inculcate certain moral values in its readers and audience. Now we have epic Greek poetry, which is Iliad and Odyssey. Now Roman national epic, Virgil and Aeneid. Indian epics, Mahabharata and Ramayana, which teaches us the laws of how we study poetry. Now poetry can be studied on a different grounds. The first and foremost thing when we study a poetry, we have to remember that what is the subject matter or what is the main focus on which the poet is writing a poem, whether it is a love poem, whether it is a nature poem, whether it is a melancholy poem. Theme, on which particular issue the poem is focused, what is the technique, the way the things are being progressed, the tone, whether it is sad, melancholy, happy, gayful, satiric, what is the mood, the environment which is focusing on writing the poetry, the language, the choice of diction, the imagery. Thus, when you read a poem, it creates a set of images. Rhythm, rhyme. I have already told you what is rhythm, the certain flow of language, rhyme, repeated sounds, symbols in the language, and figure of speech, which makes the language more effective and interesting. Now, there can be the forms of poetry. The different forms of poetry can be sonnet, that is a 14-line poem, ode, that is being addressed to a abstract ideas, lyric, which expresses single chief emotion, epic, which is of a national fervor. It conveys certain messages of, and it generally depicts a fight between good and evil. A satire which is didactic and it aims to reform the society. And elegy, which is a melancholy poem. Dramatic monologue, which is being written from the 19th century and by Robert Browning, and in his famous books called Dramatic Lyrics. It has a one single speaker who is addressing another are the silent listeners. And last but not the least is ballad. Now, why we study poetry? As a student of literature, you have to understand when you read poetry, it develops sensitivity, it develops imagination, it develops observation and deep thinking that how a particular subject can be treated of. While when we read or other expresses poetic expressions, it tells us how language dexterously is used to convey this single chief emotion. Now, poetry can be written on various subjects. It's a beautiful of use of language in verse, and it develops a sense of an aesthetic aroma in oneself. There can be different domains on which a poetry can be written, like on a flower, on a train, on various human emotions like love, nature, childhood, youth, old age, and it can even talk of midst to impart human lives. At the end of this particular lecture, you as a student of literature should understand what is poetry, what is poem, who is a poet, what are the different forms of poem, and how we have to evaluate a particular poem and what basically it teaches us. Thank you.